terrible. They ranked the cast from first to last. Saturday Night Live is turning 40, a milestone Joanne hit last week. Congrats, Joanne.
Thank you.
Yeah, anyway. In honor of the anniversary, Rolling Stone, which is still a magazine, ranked all 141 cast members. Probably the first thing that they've ever done that's interesting. Anyway, I will now read all of them. I kid. John Belushi topped the list, followed by Eddie Murphy, then Tina Fey, Mike Myers, and Dan Aykroyd. Do you know Peter Aykroyd was on? Interesting. Here at Red Eye, we made our own list of the best SNL cast members. Our top 5, who could forget Matthew Lawrence.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
What about Denny Dillon? She was in Bosom Buddies, wasn't she? Peter Aykroyd.
No, that's Brooks Wheelan.
Oh, is that Brooks Wheelan?
Yeah.
God, I wouldn't have remembered him. There's Peter Aykroyd. Look at that. He looks like Dan Aykroyd after a fight.
Oh, yeah.
And Terry Sweeney. He played Nancy Reagan. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, those were good times. All right, Andy, you watch a lot of TV. Did anyone get snubbed?
I think this may actually be the least accurate thing Rolling Stone has published in the past year.
Really?
Yes. I stopped reading it early on when I got to the entry for the great Norm Macdonald, who they somehow ranked 135th.
Really?
And
that's because they hate him.
Well, and here's what it said. It said, McDonald clearly thought he was hilarious, and that counts for something. Unfortunately, he was just a Dennis Miller clone with no mullet and no jokes. Stare into the camera a little longer, Norm. Maybe it'll get funnier. The person who wrote that should never be allowed to write about comedy again.
Yeah.
Ever. And honestly, I didn't get past that on the list. That's as far as I got.
I thought he was, Dennis Miller him and Dennis Miller were the best at Weekend Update.
Yeah, they were both great.
By far, I think. Joanne, do you know anybody on this list?
A few people.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm not a huge SNL watcher. I'll always watch it when, for whatever reason, that channel's on and it's that time. And there it is. But
That's an interesting reason.
I do really love Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, the new
women.
generation who have
girl power, right?
Yeah. And you know who's great? It's Vanessa Bayer and Cicely Strong when they do those porn stars. My favorite is when they do the one with Justin Timberlake for Champagne. Obviously, that's my favorite. But yeah, I do like the newer casts.
Oh, good for you.
Not all of them.
No.
Which ones don't you
Some
like?
of them. Which ones don't I like?
I'm
You
just
know what?
kidding.
I don't
Nobody
actually
cares.
like that Tina Fey got third. I thought that was weird. Anyone else?
That's an anti-Semitic.
Weird because she should have been higher or lower.
Lower.
Like lower.
Like back.
Okay, that's higher. Or is that lower?
that's lower.
I hate this. And we always have to. This is the same thing that happens when you play golf, Toby.
Well, first of all, why do we need a list? Can't everybody just be equal?
That's
Can't they
true.
all have
No.
Valentines?
Exactly.
But no, I think the person.
Hierarchy's evil.
I think the person the snub was Brian Williams. I mean, clearly, he should have been in the top 10.
Yeah,
but the Muppets at 140.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know the Muppets were on.
Oh,
Say it
season
right,
one.
I didn't know that either. They were.
Yes.
But apparently.
I hated
But
the
if they were,
Muppets.
they should have been higher than the 140.
When they were on, did you?
Yeah.
I love season one is a great season. Gilda Radner. I think this list does not count because Gilda Radner was not even in the top 5. She was like number 9.
She was amazing.
Amazing. Like she should be top 3 for sure. So that immediately I can't even consider this list serious. But the Muppets were the only bad thing about the first season of SNL.
See, we're not as old as you. We don't remember.
Yeah, that was when
Well, yeah.
I was like 15, 16 around then.
yeah,
And that was
exactly.
like when I was just really growing up in high school and I loved it.
You have that weird Brad Pitt disease, right?
Yeah,
The Benjamin
Benjamin
Button
Button.
thing. Yeah. So what are you, 70
great
now?
for my age, yeah.
Anyway, in about 3 minutes you'll be incontinent.
Which continent?
I don't know. I don't even know my continents. All right. I like the fact that Dana Carvey kind of beat out Will Ferrell. That's the only point I can say. He's funny. All right, coming up.